Joining me today is Mathew Thorpe from Farnell. Hello Mathew, can you introduce yourself please?
Yeah, sure. So Mathew Thorpe, I'm the Regional Sales Director for Northern Europe and Benelux and Baltics for Farnell. I joined the organisation a little over 4.5 years ago, and prior to that I spent 16 years in the electronic world of distribution.
Component shortages are affecting industry globally. What are the main reasons for this?
I think there's a couple of main reasons, David. The first is the amount of electronic devices that we all now have. If we think about the technology that we're using in our workplace or the technology that we're using at home, smart speakers, the amount of technology in our homes that requires internet connection, etc., etc. So we're becoming more dependent on electronic devices, and a lot of those devices are also becoming more complex in nature to provide us an even better experience. I think the second part is the pandemic. So, of course, many industries, many organisations were unable to manufacture products for a period of time, and then even when COVID restrictions started to ease, it took time to get back to some form of pre-COVID production levels, and that's what we're seeing right now is this boom for electronic components in our life and devices at the same time as the industry trying to catch back up with pre-COVID production, and that's the perfect storm really that we see today.
You mentioned Covid-19 as a cause for component shortages, but how did the pandemic actually affect Farnell?
So there's a few things to talk about here, David. The first would be related to our people. So obviously our priority was to make sure that our people were safe in work. If they were able to work from home, providing the technology to do so. If not, and we think about our warehouse, our operations, logistics, then making sure that the environment for them was one that was as comfortable as it could be during this time. I think then if we turn our attention to the customer, our customers have been under significant amount of pressure from their customers, and we can empathise with that. As the largest manufacturer of Raspberry Pi and microbit, there's components on there that unfortunately are just not as readily available as what once were. And our customers have also changed their habits in how they place orders, and we used to get quite a lot of peaks throughout a day, and we're not seeing as much of that. So more customers have moved online, and those orders are spread across the day rather than through peak times. And I think the final thing on the customer side of things for me would be our ability to support the medical sector at a really challenging time. So whether that was components going into ways of testing for COVID, or whether it was supporting the ventilator project, I think both myself, the team and the business are very proud of the way in which we were able to support those initiatives, but ultimately you would like to think help save lives. And I think that the final piece really to that particular question would be that continued ability to supply. So, it's not been perfect timing for a brand new warehouse for us, for instance, and we've had to recalibrate and look at how we find new ways of working to support that customer experience. We are fortunate. A lot of our strategic investments that we made a few years ago actually have started to come to fulfillment during the pandemic period, and thinking about the amount of products that we stock, the new products that we've brought into our range as well. So a lot of those orders actually started to translate into products available on the shelf during the pandemic, which is the time that the customers needed product more than ever. So we remain committed to that and providing the best possible experience, always looking at how we can improve things to further improve that overall experience our customers get from us. And we're going to continue to invest in the right areas as well.
A significant part of the change in demand is in the digital space. Is a distributor's online offering more important than ever?
It is, and it's a trend that we've been seeing for over a decade now. For me, I think it's more marginal gains, so it's really listening to customer feedback and making the changes required to further improve the customer journey online. And, as a business, we've made over 100 changes in the last 3 to 6 months, and we're already seeing the benefit of that in online transactions increasing, the amount of orders, and also the feedback that we do get from our customers on a day-by-day basis. It's not all about digital though. I think that when you look at how our customers have changed their behaviour and their habits, which we touched on earlier, it's about how we provide the right solutions to our customers and how we help them be more efficient and more effective than ever. And if we're to truly partner with our customers and utilise our omni-channel approach, whether it be our field salespeople, our telesales our customer service team, technical help, really understanding what the needs are of that particular customer and how we can help them realise efficiencies to save them time and ultimately save them effort.
And how do you see 2022 playing out, and what can we expect from Farnell next?
See the first half of 2022 being very similar to the last half of 2021. I don't see any significant changes there. I think the hot topics, so IoT, artificial intelligence, 5G, are going to continue to probably take the headlines. I think I'm really excited though about Farnell and what we've got to offer over 2022 as well. We're going to continue to adapt to our new normal and getting back in front of customers on a more regular basis, being at trade shows, working with suppliers face to face again. So that's all exciting, as well as realising even more of the investments that we touched on earlier that we've been making. So more of those investments, the likes of a new warehouse, will be able to support our customers in new ways as we unleash the full capability of some of those decisions that we took a number of years ago. In addition to that, over 2022, we believe we'll have another 250,000 products available to our customers, and we'll continue to evaluate our services and solutions in helping our customers transact those orders with us and get the best possible service. And then I think the final point, really, David, on this particular topic would be expecting the unexpected. You know, who'd have thought we'd have had a fuel shortage and energy price increases that we've seen, as well as inflation rises. And I think the experience over the last couple of years for us as a business has enabled us to be a more agile organisation. And with that agility, I'm very confident that whatever 2022 does throw at us, and we'll be able to support our customers at that time.
Mathew, thank you. Some great insights there.